Morning guys, March 11th, 2024. Today I got a call from a lady. She needs an oil burner service, the annual service. I think I worked for her before, but not on an oil burner, if I remember right. Might have did something for her with a water filter back in the day. Well, I'm not quite sure about that, but anyway, she needs it. Just an annual. It's not blowing smoke or nothing, so I usually ask them when they call what's going on. And
in 1 mile, turn left on Hicksville Road.
And if I want to do the job or not. So as I get older here, I kind of pick and choose what I want to do and do the jobs I want. I got three, 4 jobs lined up for today, so it's been a little slow lately. That's why I haven't been posting a lot of videos. But I don't mind when it's slow, because like I said, at this stage of the game, I don't really need the work or the money to survive. So if it's slow, I just putter around in the yard, do things around the yard, work on some tractors, or do what I want to do whatever I want to do. I'm going to be 60 a few more months, so I'm not planning on retiring anytime soon, but sometimes work's a little slow this time of year. In between seasons, sometimes it gets a little slow, and money's tight for everybody right now, so a lot of guys try to do the work themselves, and just how it is. It's always been like that. Anyway, Molly, another damsel in distress. Another damsel in distress, Miss Molly.
1 mile, turn left on Hicksville Road.
Anyway, we'll try to get him some shots when I get over there. Yeah. Got a new filter for the tank. We'll shut it off here for now. No damper. Probably don't need it anyway. I don't see anything leaking on the bottom there. No bad, surprisingly. OSV valve with a protected oil line. I don't know why they got that, but I would just use the protected oil line, but we're gonna leave it. Don't look for trouble. That's my motto. Make sure this goes down all the way. We'll pry it open. We'll see what it looks like in there. Yeah, bio slime. Wow. Pretty bad. She's pretty flipping bad, Mom. Wow. Flipping bio slime. Look at that. Flipping bio slime from hell. Look at the fucking bio. Look at the bio slime. Look at that. That's really bad. That's what I call it, bio slime. Ugh. muck from hell. It's all looking almost like it's holding water. It's almost like it pits the metal. I don't know if you can see in there, but it's almost like it's pitting the metal. That's why they say it eats the tanks out. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Bio slime. Years ago, they never had this problem. But leave it to the government. Make changes and screw things up. That's the truth. Oh, bio slime. This tank here, where it's tapped off the tank is really high. It's kind of odd. Seems like a real odd setup. See how high that is? They're tapping off the bottom of the tank. Usually they're way low. Alright, so we'll open this and then we'll bleed it. Bleed the air out, and then we'll be able to run it on the other end. It's gonna let the air out. Look at the bio slime. It almost like it gets crusty. It's got that brown diarrhea look to it. Diarrhea-y look. When the oil starts coming out, we know all the air's out of it. We're gonna run it on the other end anyway, but just to get all the air out, we won't have to purge the other side once we want to. Right now, all the oil's coming in, pushing this air out. Well, it's coming in and pushing the air out that way. See it bubbling, the bubbling brew. Just make sure there's no leaks. Change the nozzle. You always want to grab this, make sure that you don't put extra pressure on the nipple. It does come with new gaskets. Most of the time the gaskets are fine. This one has one of those couplers in it. I'm not a big fan of those. Kind of a tight area here. She's a tight one. This one's got one of those weird retention heads, I believe. Doesn't look like it's all full of soot, which is good. A little dark and dingy down here. Sorry for the light, but I'm trying to tell you, not always the best. Yeah, it's got one of those queer retention heads. Not the greatest. It don't look full of soot, so that's good. Looks pretty clean. There's a screw right here, you gotta loosen it up. All stripped out. Get that off. He's running a 60 degree. $85.60. See some carbon right on the head up top there, see it? New electrodes. They should all be good. Yeah, see how black that is? Might be a problem with the pump filter. I'd rather run that in there, 45 degree, because it's a long skinny boiler. I should probably check that pump filter. Seeing how black that thing is. See how the black the end of that is? The pump filter's questionable. From the flipping bio slime from hell. This type of head, you're going to run either a 60 or a 45 degree nozzle. Don't hurt to clean this plate up either if it's black. Don't hurt. See how the plate's all black? You want to shine that up. A little carburetor cleaner will do it. carburetor cleaner. You want to keep that plate shiny so it reflects the flame and the better CAD cell reading. Doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, something is better than nothing, right? It's a lot shinier now, isn't it? Little carb cleaner. That. I need a new can. Take my brush. And then hit the carb cleaner that's in the bottom there and clean it up. Little housekeeping. What's wrong with that? That's better. Put this on there. Well, this is in the middle like that. That wants to go on there. I'm gonna do something about getting that filter changed, that pump filter. Gonna have to loosen up this burner. I'm gonna loosen up the burner to get it off. The guy installing this thing shouldn't have put that nipple on there, it was too long. What can I tell you? I don't think that filter's ever been off. We gotta change that. We gotta get that pump off of there. Pump filter off. We should be able to loosen up the bolts on the boiler, on the burner part, and so we can move the burner away a little bit to get it apart. We gotta change that filter. Change the filter. Right, this is all back together. I'm going to loosen up those 3 nuts so we could kick the burner. This would be 9/16, I believe. Won't take much, just enough so we can kick it a little bit and to get to the bolts. shouldn't have to change the gasket. It should be alright. Let's see if we can give it a little how you doing. Yeah, just enough to... You should be able to just change that filter. Hopefully I can get the bottom one off. Alright, that should be enough to... It's gonna be dirty. It's never been off. We'll just put a new filter in it. That's all. If I can get it off. It's kind of a tough spot to get to. If you don't have a filter, you could just clean the one you got in there. Oh, it don't look bad. Filter don't look bad. Looks new. Filter looks fine. That's odd. Well, at least we checked it. You know the filter's okay. When I see black on the nozzle like that, I always check the filter. Alright, so we're going to have to bleed the pump. We're going to have to bleed the pump. Open this up. And bleed it. She should fire right up nicely. It's got an OSV valve on it, so it's not going to bleed unless it runs. Does have one of these choke things, which I'm not a fan of that, but if it's running okay, we'll leave it. Oh, that's odd. Things all flipping stripped out. There it goes. We should be able to run it and bleed it. We'll see what we're getting for flow here. We're getting a good flow there. We're going to get the air out of it. See the air? Get the air out of it. She should fire up nicely. That should be good. We got quite a bit out of it. I do still have to tighten up the burner. She's still loose as a goose. Almost forgot about that. Tighten the burner up. Tighten up the burner and she should fire. If I reset it. I'm surprised that filter wasn't brand new. Maybe they changed it last year, I don't know. Surprising. Alright, that's all back together. She should fire up now. And you could check it. Should be off on safety. Lockout. Hard lockout. Reset. Smaller nozzle in there. Maybe a little ranch. Don't forget I had a little bit of carburetor cleaner on there. That's probably what that puff was. Running the smaller nozzle. A little different degree on it. She should be fine. No rumble. If it was full of soot, they'd be rolling right out of there, and it's not, so. No filterette tank, no nozzle, clean burner head, pump filter fine, good oil flow through pump, good draft. I did add a sticker, a label on there. It's a little tight on the side there. I couldn't really get my camera, so if you're getting a good oil flow out of the pump when it's running like that, you know that there's no restriction, there's nothing's binding. I don't hear the clutch then. It must be taken out already. I left the nozzle up top there that I put in there. I downsized it a little bit. It should be fine. Got no oil leaks. Oh, that's good. No oil leaks.